Hey everybody, Sandy here. It's been a minute, and I'd like to apologize for that. However, it's just life, and that's where we're at. Today we're going to work on a cup, and this is from Stainless Steel Depot. It's a Hog 14-ounce coffee cup. We're going to do a couple of different things today than we normally do. We're going to be doing sort of a decoupage of just the tissue paper. And the reason I want that is because I want something for my outside layer to kind of grab onto. So I thought this might give it a little bit of tooth. We'll see. Rather than spray painting this. I don't want to spray paint it. I've had it with spray paint. I really have. I've been trying so many different methods of getting around it. It's ridiculous. So for starters, I've got Mod Podge in my cup here. And I'm going to slather that on here. And then I'm going to stick my paper and I'm going to pull away wherever it's too much. You'll see. Rip a little bit of this off from the edge. Because it's wet, it should, rip fairly easy where you have overage. I need to put a little more Mod Podge here because we know that it dries out really quickly. This, I do want to purposely put a little bit more on because I want to build it up, but I may have to wait on that little part there. And right here we need a little more. See, it doesn't matter. This kind of reminds me of, I'm going to date myself here. Big deal. When I think I was in kindergarten. That was a long time ago. We did something with tissue paper and crayons and vegetable oil. And we made like these stained glass windows. And they really looked really cool. They were made for the parents for one occasion or another. I think it might have been Easter. I don't know. I'm going to keep this here because I may need more pieces. It might rip as I go through. And I just want to make sure that I have the spaces covered. And this, I'm just laying it down with some more Mod Podge. Just like you would a decoupage piece if you were going to decoupage on wood or on a tile. Basically the same. I don't know that I like that piece there. I don't want that buggering up my bottom. Nobody likes their bottoms buggered. Okay, enough of that. Stay tuned. Okay, this is dry all around here. I did try out a little bit of alcohol ink on the bottom of it. We'll see how that goes. But what I have here is a container with sawdust, and it's not a particular sawdust from a certain kind of wood. It is just a mix of whatever has come off of my husband's table saw, and I commissioned him to get me some of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put Mod Podge into the sawdust, and then I'm going to attempt to apply it on here and hope that it doesn't pull the paper off. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's an experiment for both of us, or for all of us, I should say. Hopefully there's more than one person watching this, and that container is about empty, so yeah, we're making noises. And I just put the Mod Podge right in there, and I may need to water it down a little bit. I am pouring a little bit of water into my small Mod Podge bottle to try to loosen it up so that I can make clay out of sawdust. I didn't want to do this in clay. That's, you know, I could have, but I really didn't want to. There. Dang it. That ought to do something. I got some in there now. I may need to wet this. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if I spray it. If it just slightly reactivates what's already on there. Okay, let's see here. That's what I'm looking for. I want it to lay on there, and I can't take it all the way to the top because I don't want it that rough. The lids don't have a lip on them. It's just flat to the cup. So I want to keep it as smooth as possible up on that end. So I'm hoping this is going to do it, and I hope this is all going to stick and not give me a hard time. But wetting the cup seems to be the best option. So I'm going to be sorry that I grabbed that spray bottle with glue on my hands, because then it'll be stuck on there and I'll hate the way it feels. For somebody who makes as big a mess as I do, I don't like the texture of things that are messy or sticky or whatever. I don't mind once they can't stick to my hand, but yeah, I'm a little fussy when it comes to stuff like that. Okay. And I should have a, I should have had something underneath my cup to catch any of my crumbles that fall. And as you can see, I prepared for that as well. Listen, if you can't come to my channel and laugh at the stuff that I do, then what's the sense? You have to stay lighthearted and willing to mold. Or not. I think I can get to those finer areas after I get some of this on here. I don't want it too thick, but it does have to be a certain amount of thickness so that I can get some definition into it. that makes sense. I think I'm going to try to show you what I'm looking to do. I'm going to spray, I have a silicone stick here, stir stick, and I'm just going to spray it with water. I don't care if it goes onto my countertop here. And I just want to give a little bit of a definition into this wood clay. I want it to look like the bark on the outside of a tree, as you will have seen in, I say it, in the thumbnail. Okay, now, let's see. Hopefully that doesn't fall off. If it does, I'm in big trouble here. If it does, I will have to do this off camera and show you what it looks like when it's done. Give that a little spray there, just to give it a little extra sticky. Now, if I'd have done this with epoxy, I could have probably sprinkled my sawdust on there. However, it would not have given me a thickness that I could do any kind of definition in. And that was my whole point of doing it this way, was so that I can put definition into the sawdust. So, if you're wondering why I didn't do it with epoxy. And I figured there'd have to be too much epoxy and it would slide off on me, which I'm hoping to avoid. We'll see. I should know better. But I thought this type of a design would be suitable for a man's tumbler. I hear people all the time saying how they can't, you know, there's no good men's tumblers out there, you know, what can I do? Well, this is something that you could do. And, you know, the people don't have to be outdoorsmen. You know, it'd be great for someone who goes camping, which I guess that's an outdoors person, but there's just so many. But I also see this as, this would make a really cute fairy house. You know, you put a cute little door on there. hopefully you don't run away.